She actually got exposed. Ash Trevino's landlord went on Facebook and posted a video giving a tour of the dirty apartment that Ash Trevino left behind. Like, wasn't Ash literally on live yesterday showing us everything that she was giving away and moving out? But I guess she forgot to take her trash with her. The landlord literally shows that the place is trash. Like, there's trash everywhere. There's trash in a random hallway closet, like filled with trash. There's trash cans overflowing with trash. And then she goes into the kitchen and oh my God, there's trash all on the countertops. The fridge is literally full of food. Like, I get not wanting to take your food, but could you at least have taken it to the trash or to a fucking food pantry? And like, I know that that's what the deposit is for, so I hope she doesn't get her deposit back, because not only did she leave her place trash, she left it so damaged. Like, she left the window broken. She probably left those rotten eggs outside on the brick when they threw the eggs at her house. And I just find that so shameful. Like, people were like, oh, it could be a lot worse. I've seen people leave things a lot worse. Just because you've seen it a lot worse doesn't mean that it's not disrespectful, and doesn't mean that it's okay. Like, people shouldn't have to clean up after you. But I mean, I'm not surprised, because we all know how she is, but it just further goes to show that she's dirty, because somebody who's clean and respectful wouldn't leave their apartment behind like that. Like, for somebody to just clean up all after you, I feel like it gives way too entitled and rude.
So Ashley Trevino really thought she made this iconic, fabulous exit from her old apartment, like she was doing the world a favor by leaving behind stuff she didn't need. But what she didn't show her fans on TikTok was the real mess, the literal garbage, the expired food, the chaos she left behind. Her own landlord had to go live on Facebook because she was so shocked by the condition of the place. That's how bad it was. She had to publicly vent about it, and what she showed? It was just messy. It was downright disgusting. But should we even be surprised? This is Ash we're talking about. The TikTok mom who brags about being rich but couldn't even bother cleaning her fridge. Let's talk about the dirty truth she tried to cover up, and why her landlord was rightfully pissed. Ashley recently moved out of what she herself called a bedbug-infested apartment, and in true TikTok fashion, she documented the whole thing live, acting like it was a glamorous moving day vlog. But behind the ring light and filtered commentary was a story that was far less flattering. She didn't hire professional movers, nope. It was her dad who showed up with a U-Haul, helping her pack things up. And while she talked a big game about donating her extra belongings and blessing others with what she no longer needed, the reality was messier, much messier. She said she would be leaving items on her porch, stuff like cleaning supplies and unused furniture for anyone who wanted them.
I think I'm going to leave some stuff out in the front yard for people that want it, though, because I'm not taking all this shit. Oh, okay, anybody want to?
It sounded generous on the surface, but the irony, she was the one who desperately needed those cleaning supplies herself, because the condition she left that apartment in, let's just say it wasn't donation material, it was a full-blown landfill. What's worse, those giveaway items weren't even outside. They were still inside the apartment, mixed in with expired food, broken junk and random trash. There was no separation between what could be useful and what was rotting. It was like someone flipped the apartment upside down and just walked out mid-chaos. This wasn't a case of thoughtfulness or being in a rush. This was intentional. It looked like someone who had zero intention of cleaning or caring about what she was leaving behind. And for someone who had the time to go live, brag about her mansion, and curated her TikTok image, it's shocking how little she cared about basic decency. What started off as a supposed fresh start, leaving the bedbug era behind, quickly turned into a public embarrassment. And the worst part, she thought she could spin it into a flex. Ash's landlord had to go on a Facebook Live to show the world the disaster zone she walked into. And y'all, it was bad. Like Joe on the floor bad. This wasn't just your typical move-out mess. This was a full-blown trash parade. We are talking overflowing trash cans in nearly every room. The kitchen sink wasn't just dirty, it was a biohazard. There were half-eaten takeout containers, spoiled milk, rotting fruit, and flies casually buzzing around like they owned the place. The fridge, oh, you don't even want to know. Rotten food, crusted jars, and mystery liquids dropping into the shelves. It was like Ash left in a rush and never looked back. She even left behind her own sandals. Who lives without their shoes? Seriously. Was she planning on coming back, or was it just another careless move from someone who treats her surrounding like disposable scenery? Then there were the closets, stuffed not with clothes, but with trash, broken items, and random junk. Her personal belongings were tossed around like a garbage sale gone wrong.
y'all amaze me every time, for real. Somebody sent me this video from this creator that allegedly it is Ash Trevino's landlord doing a walkthrough through the apartment, cleaning it. And as you can see from that video, Ash Trevino literally has piles of trash, food, the refrigerators are full, the closets are full of stuff. Literally so much trash was left behind that Ash Trevino says she did not want to take it. Obviously she didn't record this. She said she was just going to put it outside. I guess she was giving away like a mattress or something, and she said she was putting it outside for anybody to have it. But of course, knowing Ash Trevino, her bed bugs and all of that situation, I'm sure nobody would want to have it. But it just amazes me, and I just want to know, how do you guys know that this is Ash Trevino's landlord? How do you even know this is her page? Because I tried to do research and confirm, but the apartment kind of just matches up to what we have seen from Ash Trevino's live. What do you think? This is wild that she would literally leave behind so many trash, because I know that when I've moved out, I've literally cleaned the floors, made sure that everything was spotless. First of all, because I want to get my deposit back. So I'm just amazed.
It wasn't just inconsiderate. It felt like a giant middle finger in the landlord. And this wasn't a stranger. This landlord gave her a home, provided her a roof when she needed it. And this is how she repaid that kindness. To make it worse, the apartment had been vandalized. A broken window on the side, egg stains dried into the hallway walls. Even the front door had visible damage. It looked like someone had kicked it in or smashed it repeatedly. There were scratches, dents, and what looked like Sharpie marks on the inside panel. And despite all of this, Ash was still allowed to live there until her lease ended. The landlord didn't kick her out or cause a scene. She waited, gave her time, probably assumed Ashley would do the right thing. But no cleanup, no repair offers, no thank you. Not even a basic apology, just bags of trash and a mess so bad it had to be shown on Facebook live to be believed. The entitlement of the chat. This wasn't just neglect, it was the next level disrespect. Here's what makes it really wild. The dumpster, it wasn't across the street, it was down the block. It was literally right there, just a few steps from her back door. You could see it from inside the apartment, probably without even opening the curtains. Like, that's how close it was. All she had to do was walk a few feet, carry the trash bag or two, and toss them in. That's it. No excuse, no heavy lifting, just basic human decency. And yet, she didn't. She chose to leave behind a pigsty for someone else to clean. The trash wasn't even in the bags. It was scattered, loose, rancid, and somehow we are supposed to believe she was being a generous for giving away items.
I will see y'all later. Oh, and if y'all want to know where I was sitting at, I was at the QT parking lot in my town. But I am actually going to give away some of my stuff, or actually probably, I don't know. I need to find a donation center because I have all these bags and I don't want those shoes. Like that bag of shoes right there, there's like 2 bags of shoes that I don't want. So I have to find like a donation thing. But I will see y'all later.
Let's be real, this wasn't charity. This was neglect disguised as kindness. Expired food, moldy leftovers, cleaning supplies she didn't use but expected others to, a mattress that likely came with a side of bedbug. It's giving biohazard, not blessing. And honestly, that dumpster being right there makes everything worse, because it proves one thing: she didn't forget to clean, she just didn't care. Speaking of which, Ash left her mattress right there on the sidewalk, and this wasn't just any mattress. This was a mattress, the same one from her so-called bedbug routine. The same mattress she'd gone live complaining about multiple times. The same mattress that, if we're being honest, probably needed to be banned, not passed along like a gently used cow. And get this, she said if anyone wants it, come take. As if this was some kind of blessing. As if someone was going to walk by, spot a stained, potentially infested mattress and think, wow, what luck. Girl, what? You had a whole U-Haul? You were literally packing your things into a moving truck. What was stopping you from just hauling it off into a dump and disposal center? At least wrap in a plastic something, anything. But no, Ash decided the best place for a bag-infested mattress was right out in the public, like a gift nobody asked for. That wasn't generosity, that was laziness. That was a health risk, that was a hazard for anyone walking by, especially kids or unhoused people who might think it's usable and end up with more than they bargained for. It wasn't just inconsiderate, it was careless. Because if there is one thing you don't leave lying around in the open, is a mattress that's seen the kind of infestation. It doesn't take much for bed bugs to spread, and leaving that thing outside like it's a giveaway wasn't just outrage, the public health threat. Absolutely. But in Ash's world, it was another moment to pretend she was doing someone a favor.
My dad's coming with the U-Haul right now.
One little peek and I'm gonna hear Ashtabino.
All right, my dad's here. Ugh. I have a lot of cleaning supplies if anybody needs it. I have more in my car. Hold on. You can back up more. Yeah. Right there. Ship them my way. Yeah, I have a lot of cleaning stuff.
Here's the thing. When someone rents you a home, the bare minimum is to leave it how you found it. You clean up, you pack up, you respect the space, and if it were your own, because for a while it was. It's not just about rules. It's about being a decent human being. But Ashley clearly missed that memo, and honestly, it feels like she never even opened it. It's like the concept of accountability just bounced right off her ring light. This isn't about money. It's about respect, the kind of respect you show when you appreciate that someone gave you a roof over your head. But Ash seems to think being rich, which she loves to claim every other life, is a free pass to trash someone else's property without consequences. It's like she believes that money, real or pretend, makes her exempt from basic human behavior. No class, no shame, no effort, just vibes. And the kind that leaves sore smells and a fridge full of rot. That's the problem. You can buy all the designer knockoffs. You want show off empty luxury boxes and talk about California mansions, but if you can't clean up after yourself, none of that matters. You can have money and still lack integrity. You can fake a lifestyle but no decency. Ashley Trevino is a case study in how flashy image and real life character often don't match, and she proves that with every bag of garbage she didn't bother to take out. Now, here's where it all gets extra spicy. While she's leaving behind a trail of garbage, rotten food, and possibly bedbugs, Ashley is bragging loudly about moving into a mansion. Yup, a whole mansion. According to her, she's upgraded from a chaos to luxury overnight. But the minute she hits that live button from her so-called new place, her followers aren't buying it. The first red flag, a green screen in the background, not a wall, not a window, a green screen. People are in the comments were quick, asking why a rich woman in a mansion needed to hide her $1 million views behind a digital backdrop. And let's be honest, if anyone would flaunt a mansion, it would be Ashley. This is someone who can't buy a knockoff handbag without broadcasting it. You expect us to believe she suddenly got shy about a mansion? So naturally, the internet did its thing. It didn't take long for viewers to connect the dots. She wasn't in any luxury estate. She was right back at her parents' place. Again, sitting in her old room with a green screen behind her and pretending like she was living in a Real Housewives episode. Instead of showing off a lavish staircase or a designer kitchen, she gave us a fuzzy background and a bad lighting. It was giving digital delusion, not dream home. And for someone who talks so much about being authentic and real, this was the fakest it ever had been. After all the questions, Ash finally posts a video showing what she claims is the inside of her mansion. She says it's located in Western California, a vague enough description that no one could verify, but just specific enough to sound believable. In the video, she walks through a mostly empty home, pointing out features and walls, talking about renovations and promising a grand reveal when it's all complete. She says she's been investing all her money into it. She called it her forever home, says this is the reward for all the hard work. It's where she plans to settle, grow, and apparently continue being the center of attention. But people weren't buying. The comments were filled with side eyes and skepticism. Not after the LV bag situation, when viewers discovered many of her designer items were replicas. Not after the inconsistent stories about where she lived, what she owned, and how much money she actually had. Not after years of stretching the truth for views and sympathy. So now, everyone's watching with a raised eyebrow. This is mansion? Is this mansion even hers? Is it real? Is she renting it just for content? Is it her relative's place she's pretending to renovate? Or is this just another carefully staged illusion? Another delusion to maintain her online image? And that's the thing with Ash. You never quite know what's real and what's performance. What do you know? She's always got a story ready. Whether or not it's true, that's a whole different saga.
have a house. Okay.
Thank you.
Who don't have a house? But I don't have a house, right? But I don't have a house. But I don't have a house. Okay. Who don't have a house?
My house is almost done getting fixed, you guys.
So they've already started working on my room.
Yeah, Queen, thank you, my love.
So they've already started working on my room.
That's where I invested my money. For those of y'all that didn't know.
The rooms. And then the other room, the restroom's not done yet. And then the living room.
This is where I invested my money. This is where I invested my money. Into a house that can be our forever home.
You already know what's coming. Ash is going to spin the whole apartment drama. She will probably say she left it clean or that the landlord is just chasing clout off her name, because Ash never takes accountability. It's always someone else's fault. Always a new excuse. Always another version of the story that somehow makes her look good. But the landlord didn't go live for clout. She did it because she was tired of being disrespected. Tired of cleaning up after someone who acted like she owned the whole world. And we don't blame her on one bit. Let's be real. What Ash did wasn't just messy. It was nasty. And it was ungrateful. No landlord deserves to be treated that way, especially after providing someone with housing. Leaving trash, damage, and expired food behind, that's not just inconsiderate, it's cruel. And pretending to be rich while doing all this, that's just embarrassing. There's no way to justify it. Others have done worse. Isn't a defense. Because just because some tenants leave disasters doesn't mean it's okay. Ash failed to show basic human decency. That's the bottom line. So what do you... Is the mansion real? Do you think the landlord went too far going public? Or was she just doing what needed to be done? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more deep dives into the wild world of internet drama. Because one thing's for sure, when it comes to Ashley Trevino, the mess is never just online.